What's up, guys? Okay, so we're back again. So let's finish off wiring up the dashboard. So we're going to connect the dashboard to the hub there, so that we should press this button. When we press this button, the dashboard should load from there. So let's get right into it. So pick up from the project we left off in the last video. Okay, so we're here. So let's go to our hub. So this is our hub here. So where's our content area? Okay, so this is our content area. So in the starter kit, I've got this document here. So I'm going to get, I simply just need this in the document here. Then I'll put this here. Okay, so we'll put that there. Then let's begin constructing the scaffolding that we use to load the hub. We will load the dashboard section into the hub there. So we'll go to the code behind. So the code behind, for starters, we'll go back into our document. So we want these methods here. Press Ctrl C. Then these, we'll just put them on top here. Ctrl V. Okay, so we'll put them on top there. Then underneath the initialize method, we're going to come and put this here. Public event on property changed. Okay, so on property changed, so we can get that one. That one can come here, I think. Okay, that will look good just there. Then we come again. We want this, so we'll copy that. So this will enable the hub to be loaded there. Okay, so everything I've seen. So this is a private variable for the user control. So it's underscore current view. Then this is the public variable for the user control. It's capital letter current view. Then we've got a get, a return, and underscore current view. Then we've got a set. Inside the set, the brackets. So inside the brackets of the set, there's the underscore current view equals value. Then on property change, name of a current view there. Then this public event handler enables everything to occur there. Then on property change there is an invoke. Then it will load the current view there when we change from one thing, one section of the application to the other. Like we move from dashboard to, for example, services, users, payments, and financials, and etc. and so on. Then so this current view is this one which you're seeing here. So this one is binding to everything in the backend here. So everything there is loading. Everything we need there is there. So then we come here. So then what we're going to do is put some life into our button. So this is our button here. The button which will load the dashboard there. So we'll come here. Then we go for a click event. So this is our click event. Then new event handler. So button click. Though I could have preferred if we did this first. Let's give the button a variable name. Okay, so there's our variable name. Okay, the name, then dashboard button. Okay, so there we are. Then dashboard button. Then we can come here. Then we say click new event handler. Then we go to the code behind. And there's our dashboard button. So we can get rid of this one here, which we generated without a control name there. Then we come to our starter kit here. One of the documents in our starter kit. So here, what we want is this here. So we'll take that. Then here's what we're going to do. We'll come to our dashboard there. So our hub there. Then this section here. So this section here. So we'll give the grid a name. Then this is what it will be called. Okay, then control, yes. The same way it appears here. the same way it appears here in the starter kit document there, and thing like that. Then we come back here. Then okay, that is an auto suggestion there, but what we want is this. So we'll get the whole of this. In the event there's a user control that is loaded, this will help to clear that user control and load the desired and load the desired user control that we want. Then let's see. Okay, so we come here again. Then okay, that's what the name of our dashboard is. Okay, so just say UC UNC underscore. Okay, a dashboard. So we'll do this. Then we'll press dot control dot. Then we'll come here. You'll see dashboard using WPF UI Design Tutorial hub. So it's in the hub UI folder. So we've got that one there. Then just a UDC or user control underscore DB. Okay, so that looks okay there. Then we'll do this. So to create a whole new event there, then we'll come here. And in our reference resource document here, we just copy this. So I'm just doing this just to save time. Then we'll come and paste that there. Then what we want is we'll delete that. Then we'll add this there. Just copy that one. Then we'll paste that one there. So the existing user control which is there, this method will clear that control. Then this method will load that control in its place there and thing like that. So that concludes wiring up everything. Okay, which one is it? Okay, so this could be line here, non-nullable field current view, non-nullable field, this one, I think. Okay, so that gets rid of the squiggly line. Okay, there's another squiggly line there, but no matter, don't cause any issues. So let's see what we wired up so far. Let's press our play button to run the application. Okay, so build seems to be going okay. So the resource files for this project are linked in the description section of this video. Okay, so here we go. Build has succeeded. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, beautiful. There we are. So we start from here. Press our login button. So to bring us here. So pay attention to this logo here. So I'm going to press the dashboard button. And there's our dashboard. Our dashboard has loaded there. Then, okay, there's a, let's see, how can we do this? Okay, so horizontal, I think that's horizontal. So go here. Let's just change one or two things. So just one or two things. Let's do this. Border stack panel. Background blue. Okay, background blue. Okay, so this one. Horizontal alignment. Just stretch. Okay, all right, that didn't do anything. Okay, either one. So let's see. This border here. Okay, just hold on. Okay, all right. No, these functions are not working, so just get rid of them. Okay, all right, so here we go. Okay, I think there's something we can do about this. Okay, just hold on. Okay, that is grid row 1. So vertical alignment. Center. Okay, so that has aligned vertically. Okay, so let's minimize. Okay, that looks convincing. Now minimize the minimize space. Let's see. Okay. So for you guys, what you're going to do here, you're going to add margin here, so to create some space this side on this border here and on this border here. So that will be like the challenge series for you guys to look into and things like that. Otherwise, everything has been wired up here. So that is loading, that is loading, that is loading, that is loading. Okay. All right. So I'm off to make another video. Thanks for watching. The resource files will be linked in the description section of this video. Remember to like and subscribe. I'm Sims, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.